once again. That's the first thought. Second, are we prepared? What time of the day is it? Where are people? Should we call people from outside? And again, the ritual of families, parents looking for their kids, parents waiting near the operating theater to hear something about what's going on. All of those visions come through my mind every time.
And then there are days like these. Beyond the headlines and bloodshed, Tel Aviv's largest medical center serves Israel's largest metropolis with comprehensive, compassionate health care. At the same time, its physician researchers conduct groundbreaking studies at the frontiers of medical knowledge.
You cannot separate between research and clinical activity. They both have to be intertwined.
Some are better in one thing, the other ones are better in different things, and together as a group we achieve much more than each of us separately.
It's a matter of synergy, combining curiosity, creativity, and commitment to discover cures for disease and the ways to prevent it, to save lives and improve the way we live. On this morning, the neurosurgery team prepares for a delicate operation. Their patient has a tumor in his brain.
What we plan to do here today is to operate on this patient and then resect this lesion, remove this lesion, with the patient fully awake. What we try to do here at Soroski Medical Center is be at the top of our profession doing neurosurgery using cutting-edge technologies and research.
Long before the patient goes to surgery, another team studies the workings of his brain with a sophisticated imaging system called fMRI.
Usually when we use MRI, magnetic resonance imaging, we're looking at the structure of the brain. But when we do fMRI, we're looking at the function of the brain, how the brain works. We provide the neurosurgeon with the information of what not to touch in the brain in order for the person to come out of the surgery intact without any deficits.
Working with Tel Aviv University, the Tel Aviv Medical Center is a center of excellence for brain research.
We're asking questions about how the brain changes following insult to the brain, like stroke or a ischemic event to the brain. We're asking questions about what goes wrong when we have bad mood or we are stuck on a bad mood. But some of our questions are very academic about how the brain works. What is this machine all about?
Armed with detailed information, the surgical team has a better chance of winning the battle for life. At every stage of life, Tel Aviv Medical Center is involved, a community of caring that constantly develops to meet the needs of a growing population and attracts more medical school postgraduates than any other hospital in Israel.
The goal is to build an excellent medical center. When you have good physicians, excellent physicians, you have patients coming seeking good medical care. And that's what we try to achieve.
It's the hospital of Tel Aviv. Yet more than 60% of its elective surgery patients come from outside the city, choosing this medical center for its advanced expertise. It welcomes them in attractive new facilities that project a sense of warmth and comfort. In new hospital wards designed to speed the process of healing. But this is only part of the story.
A growing and developing medical center is deeply tied to science, because science goes with medical research and medical applications and bringing it to the patients.
It happens in many ways. Advanced laboratories break new ground in the understanding of fertility, bringing new hope to childless couples. A state-of-the-art diagnostic system examines the locomotion problems of injured or diseased children and helps to solve them. Surgeons train in the latest endoscopic techniques using a unique high-tech simulator developed in cooperation with medical center staff. While interdisciplinary studies seek innovative treatments for the victims of coronary disease to give them a new lease on life.
In all the fields of clinical activity that we have here, we have research. The big issue now, after treating the coronaries very intensively, is to try and rehabilitate the heart, to try and to support the heart and sort of regenerate cells activity in the heart.
The pace of progress is never fast enough. For young cancer patients and their families, each day without an answer is a day of fear. The people of Tel-Aviv Medical Center are focused on finding answers and cures. Together with the Weizmann Institute of Science, its researchers seek the factors that predispose us to cancer.
Some people might say that this kind of synergy is the key to tomorrow's medicine. I feel that it's the key to today's medicine. Already now, most of the great advances in medicine are the fruit of collaboration between research laboratories and hospitals. And the Sourasky Medical Center fits the bill in an excellent way.
Science and medical knowledge come together in sophisticated imaging systems like PET-CT that help pinpoint tumors, improving the chances of recovery.
We would like to see the lesion as soon as possible. We would like to be very precise on the extent of disease, and then we can better tailor the clinical approach that this patient deserves, individual patient.
This center of excellence is changing lives and building bridges of goodwill beyond Israel's borders.
My son has a big tumor in his head. He needs a big operation. Our King Abdullah sent us to here because we heard about a very experienced professor here. I said, well, I already have a big problem in my heart. You want to send me to the war? Then when I came here, I didn't find anything. Everything is all right. The people here are so kind, and everything is as I wish and more.
Israel wishes for peace, yet faces the ongoing reality of terrorism and the nightmarish prospect of non-conventional warfare. Designated one of Israel's national trauma centers and chosen by its Air Force for emergency casualty evacuation, the Tel Aviv Medical Center stands constantly at the ready.
In the last 3 years, we've had almost 1,000 casualties that we had to care for due to terrorist incidents alone. We have to be ready at all times, and we know that anytime, day or night, anything can happen.
To meet these challenges, the medical center created Israel's only comprehensive department for the treatment of trauma. From new emergency facilities for rapid intake of mass casualties, to airtight underground treatment rooms ready for action at a moment's notice. A dedicated hospitalization unit specializing in post-traumatic medical care, and a rehabilitation department that helps the victims regain their lives. Here too, the physicians of the medical center develop innovative solutions, like unique bands that help reduce the need for skin grafts following burns and injury. Despite the strain of daily events, the people of Tel Aviv Sourasky Medical Center remain determined to continue their own struggle to be the best in medicine and medical science.
This is the way I was raised, to preach for excellence everywhere, whatever we do.
It's the hospital of a city. We know our people. We are their community hospital. We are their physicians.
We need the intelligence. We need the curiosity. We need the responsibility. We need the determination. And then, won't forget that we need the money and we need the facilities.
Excellence is excellence is excellence. Being excellent is being excellent in all areas.
The Tel Aviv Sourasky Medical Center. Excellence at any given moment.